Okay, so we're getting back into the expedition, the fresh one that I started the other day, where we're just kind of doing a medium play on this. I am going to be doing this over the course of the next 2 days, and it's going to be in bits and pieces, because I tend to play like for about an hour at a time, an hour at a pop, and then take a little break and then come back to it. Now, I won't be putting out, under normal circumstances, this many videos for a game in the course of a day, but since we only have like 2 days left, I'll be doing this, you know, until we get finished with the expedition. So you may see more than one episode pop up in a day on YouTube or on Twitch or whatever, or wherever you're watching. All right, so let's take a look for a moment at where we're at. We're on the freighter. This freighter is the one that we got at the start of the expedition. I have made no improvements to it just yet. We've been slowly working our way through phase 1 here. And in phase 1, and actually most of these phases, they all have a part where you construct a room of some sort. And this room right here is the next one I have to do. I have to construct a refiner room somewhere. Okay, that sounds great. But there's not really a good place to put the refiner just yet, so I'm going to have to plot this out a little bit. I am going to make myself a hallway first. I'm going to put 2 hallways, 1, 2, and you know the hallway costs 30 and 5. 30 silver and 5 tritium. So I'm putting that on. I guess it's really tritium, but we all pronounce it the way we hear it first or whatever. Let's see. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the refiner room. Now, it doesn't really matter which side I put it on. I'm going to put it on the left side for me, because that's just kind of my habit. But in this one, it takes 60 silver, 2 dihydrogen jelly, which I've got, and 45 gold. Now, I have all that dihydrogen jelly thanks to the place that I went to earlier. So when you're doing a late game like this way, it really does come in handy to kind of stop at other people's places. I'm just saying. Okay, so here's the refiner room. This is one of the most useful rooms you will get for a freighter, because basically it's just like a giant refiner. And what it does is it allows you to refine up to 3 items and create new materials as you need them. And like, for example, chromatic metal comes from doing copper or some other metallic item, like emerald or cadmium. So that's just basically allows you to do that. Of course, you do the same thing in your personal refiner, but that allows you to combine materials to create things. So, like if you have dihydrogen and carbon, you can make fascium if you don't happen to have it. All right, so we've done that. We've got a prize, so let's click on it, and that will give us the storage room. Ooh, yes, storage room. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I like storage room because I use them quite a bit. At the start of a game, I tend to just throw things in there, and then somewhere in the middle, I say, "Oh no, I have need of more organization." And the good news is you can go through your storage rooms and rename them and organize them however you want. Now, I apparently have 0 sodium. That's really rare, but the planet that we happened to land on last time, I just didn't see a lot of it, and of course, I also wasn't really paying attention as I was running around, so that's my bad. So we're gonna go out and we are gonna find a planet and land on it, or go to the space station and see if we can get some more sodium some other way. Oh, that is a good reminder. We also have to shoot like 30 rocks. Generally speaking, if you go to the space station and turn left or right, you're going to find rocks, the asteroids that you can shoot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the space station and then turn in a direction when I come back out. I might actually have money now that I can go and buy a slot for my exosuit. So I'm gonna go ahead and go up there and get one real quick. If I haven't yet. Yeah. Alright, so huzzah! We got a space, so I'm gonna go put that in. Or, at some point, I'm gonna be hiring people, so I'm just kind of looking at the ships, and then there's a fighter here I might just come back for. Alright, so yeah, I have to. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, so as you can see, I'm sort of starting to see. Oh, I was about to pass him. There it is. Just sort of had to see it out of the side of my eye, but here is the asteroid field that I look for around the space station. And now I'm just going to start shooting, because that's how we get our prize on the next one. Yes. Okay, I'm just shooting rocks right now, and okay, all right. Well, I got the Stardust. I mined 30 asteroids, and it's just really that easy. And I like mining it anyway. And I got a bunch of cool stuff this time. Let's take a look. Let's see. We got tritium hypercluster. We got an anomaly detector, so we can use that to go find something interesting if you want to. We're not gonna do it right now. And then we got some gold, so that worked out really well. A little more silver. That was a good one. All right, now a planet, and there's something that says oxygen and carbon down there. So I think I might. Oh, it's another supercritical planet, or it might be the supercritical planet we were on before. How about here? What's over here? Best start. Fungal mold, copper, ammonia, sodium. This is the one we need. So, because it'll have it in a field somewhere. Not a field, but farm. Easy credits with Nip Nip. All right, let's go let them help us out. Let's go find something here. Oops. Not run into our freighter. That would be bad. Free sodium and carbon. Let's go there. Let's see what we can get. Now it says carbone, but I'm pretty sure they meant carbon, so. We're flying, we're heading to the ground, we're thinking good thoughts in a neighborish kind of way. They do have a place to land, so that'll be nice. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Yeah, you can already see they've been farming that, so let's... Oh, okay, yeah, and while we're here, we're gonna scan animals, minerals, plants, whatever we can find, because that is part of this whole journey, is doing that. And as we can see, we've had some growth into the various little items. It just happens with these planets. So 7,500 sodium. Well, that solves the sodium problem. Just drop it into the exosuit for the moment. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna start walking down the hill and start scanning that I haven't scanned before, which would be everything. Everything has not been scanned before. Plant. Oh, that's what I should have done while I was up there, is check for a module. There's a building that direction, so that'll give us a place to try and walk to, so we'll do that. Ooh, I got the prospector. I think the minerals are easier to do just on the basic principles, right? Because they, you know, you just scan the ground somewhere. And look at this animal. It has two different kinds in the same species. So what that means is they have, you know, different kinds of adults, different kinds of kids, that sort of thing. And it just is once again a way of showing that, you know, these planets are alien. I'm not far from anything here. Okay, let's go for the walk here. Up. There we are. Keep speed. There we go. And dig for this one. Sometimes you don't. Depends on if it's fairly close to the surface. A lot of times you can just grab it without digging into the ground. That's my favorite. Actually, my very, very favorite is when it's floating above the ground. I love when that happens. That makes me very happy. All right, so I'm going to switch from create to flatten to restore. And we'll just fix that little hole so nobody falls in it. Some damaged machinery. With damaged machinery, you have a chance of getting nanites. We're going to grab the rusted metal because that's ferrite does no matter what you do. And you can also sometimes get modules depending. I don't know if there's like, you know, every 10 you get a module or something, or it's just really random. But I do know it is fun either way. And so, yeah. But in this particular thing, the more nanites you get, the better, essentially. I know, I'll be very happy when I get the teleporter into my ship. Very, very... Oh, you're talking like my spaceship. Yep, so I can move things around and... Well, what's going on here? Now, right now, I don't have like the ultimate tools on my multi-tool. Okay, that's just, you know, he made it yellow so you'd know it was the sodium, I guess. Right, I was actually coming down for... I guess that was the unknown building I was heading toward originally, and then I got distracted. Right. Okay. Yep, that's... Yes, that whole system of storage units was where he was storing all that sodium. And then he just brought it up to the house there, I guess. Okay, I need an advanced mining laser at some point. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Take a moment and look at something before I wander too far. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We can call the ship. Yeah, there's an unknown building that direction, which is kind of why I was heading in that way anyway. Okay, if you see random things like this where you're seeing like, why is that board there? It's used as kind of a trick to extend your base just a little bit if you need it to be extended, so you can, you know, position the base where you want to, or access some, you know, electrical power line that you have farther away from where your base is normally. So it's just a way of expanding your boundaries. But it does look very random when you first find them. So, but that's all that's going on, is somebody has expanded their boundaries by putting down a wall. Yeah. Yeah, in this case we're gonna forgive him, because even though it does make it harder to build, you know, close to another person, it also, you know, if someone has done a good deed, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Now I'm scanning all the plants, and when I scan all the plants, I mean all of them. Just like, you know, we've been scanning all the minerals. I don't really need to scan the minerals for the expedition, because I finished with those. But I like scanning minerals just on principle, just because I like scanning things on principle when I visit a planet. Alright, keep on moving. Oh, we didn't have this animal. Yes, we can take that too. Hello. Let's go see how we're doing on that, actually. We're going to go to the expedition. Apparently we got 4 out of 7. I'm going to have animals. Says I have 4 out of 7. And let's see, we got 2 underground and 1 flying. 1 flies during the day, diurnal. And then the undergrounds are rare but always active. So if we happen to find a cave and they happen to be there, all the better. Now, my favorites on that is when we have the cave animal, but the cave is outside and the animal just shows up. And I love that. I'm a fan of when that one happens. Alright, and getting that free nanite. You know, I didn't even notice my toxicity levels were dropping. That happens to me a lot on toxic planets, just because I find them pretty and I just don't watch it real heavily. Unless I'm on a stormy planet, you know. But I did have a specimen here. Yeah, the plants on this planet have to be like those egg-shaped kind of weird little plants, but that's all right. That is all right. Still works. All right, let's get some rusted metal. Got an ion battery out of that. I will totally take that. Rusted metal. Got a Gek relic. Oh, nice. All right. I'll probably sell that. I'll sell the relics unless I'm really trying to get upgraded in my relationships. But usually that one's fairly easy to do with or without relics, so I don't worry about it too much. All right. Got fungal clusters over here. Can't get those yet because I don't have the right kind of glove on. See if we can even make it. Yep, fungal clusters are carbon. Well, I can if I can make sodium nitrate, which I have plenty of sodium to do, or chromatic metal, which I don't have any chromatic metal right now. But what I do have is a refiner, so what I could do is prep it by putting in some carbon. In fact, what I might do is make some sodium nitrite right now while I'm walking around. I don't necessarily need a lot, but 468 should definitely get me some along the way. And then I'm going to scan, and what I'm going to look for now is copper. Alright, well, let's take a look at what I've collected so far. Okay, now, in phase 1, I've got this top 4 here. Well-oiled machine. We're currently working on getting, we've got to warp with the capital ship, it says, and create a storage room. I'm working on getting the storage room together, and then I can work on the rest, installing the scanner. Phase 2, I don't have anything yet, but that's a lot of construction and getting underwater for a bit and creating the teleport chamber, which is very exciting, and so on. Phase 3 is more construction. We get the stellar extractor room, which is more fun than I thought it would be. At least that's from my last expedition, just because it's been doing really weird, awesome things. We also need to get 3 pilots, shoot down pirates. This is a far more active phase, really. Complete the fleet expedition and construct a scanner room. This one, I have 2 prizes that I can claim. In phase 4, I could claim the Stardust, which is the liquid sun, oxygen, and storage augmentation. I might wait just a moment on that. And then the other one is a salvage frigate module, supreme scanning system upgrade. I'm not going to wait on that one. I'm claiming this one because it gets me salvage data. With that scanning module, will make a big difference, and I can put it in the multi-tool that I currently have, and then move it if I decide to get a different multi-tool. But useful is useful. So here we go. We're going to put it right in. Right there. And let's see what we got. We got... Ooh, yes, yes, yes. You can't see me, but I've raised my arms in the hallelujah. Because I have fauna, flora, and mineral analysis. And those are all some nice update to the percentages. Money, 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 so to speak. So very exciting for me. Alright, well, I did see the copper. I think I even highlighted it. I did, so I'm going to start moving in that direction. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we see an animal or a mineral we haven't scanned, you'll see what the difference is. Okay, so here's a mineral we haven't scanned yet. Let's scan it. Yeah, usually they're 200, but now it's 14,000 units. 14,224 units. I mean, huzzah. That's a big addition. And in its, scanning, once you get all 3 scanners one way or another, the module, that is an easy money maker. It is just very nice, and it's kind of like having a, extra stream of income, if you will. That just sort of automatically happens if all you do is, if you're like me and you scan anyway. So, yeah. One of my favorite features of this game. Alright, copper. We're heading towards the copper. Slowly, apparently. This is hard for me. I like to get my modules for my my jetpack, because I do like to fly a bit, but this has no oomph right now. No oomph for the sprint, no oomph for the jetpack. It's like climbing the hard way. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of when you're first starting out on exercising or whatever, and I can say this because I've done it, kind of both ways. When you first start out, you're just heaving and wheezing. and then after a while, you're able, and it feels okay again. But my goodness. Here we go. Now I'm gonna take a look at my suit real quick because we have 2 spaces. Oh, good. I'm gonna make 3 spaces there. That'll work. All right. Switch to the terrain manipulator. Make it small. Really, what I could do is dig under. This is a trick if you've got to, you know, fix your situation with the toxicity, or you have a storm coming in. What you want to keep mining is just to make yourself a little space, and then dig from inside. It did. It goes far down. This one's a bigger piece of the puzzle. Some copper deposits are large, and some are small. This one happens to be fairly large. Which is nice, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the medium. You know, because I don't necessarily need a lot of it. I just need... Well, this is true. Well, I thought I had a lot of copper, though. Oh, you know where it is? It's on the starship. No, it's not on the starship. It's on the freighter, even. Oh, I may have. Yeah, because I have made a lot of things that require copper and chromatic metal. Now, if there were a storm going, I would not do it quite this way. I'd be a lot more thorough back in lower levels, just slowly working my way up to the top, you know. Oh, this is true. The silicon will be helpful for the glass. So I kind of like that there's all this, you know, sort of side benefits to digging here. Now, you'll see it says that my toxicity levels have stabilized. Basically, I'm just under this one little bit of copper here. And if I moved, it would change, of course. Just like that. Alright, I'm gonna get out for a moment because it's hard for me to see in the dark because I was not seeing that last bit of copper there. Kind of the wrong angle there. Now, these holes I do not try and fix. They're too big and it would take too long to do it correctly, and I've never quite figured out how to do it except to create a bunch of balls and then fix it that way, but... Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I am looking for my ship, which is going to be up the hill, I think. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to circle the ship so I can definitely see this along the way. Take a moment. I thought I saw an unidentified mineral. They do pop up when you're walking sometimes, you know, and you just... There it is. Sometimes gotta search for them. Oh wait, we should be seeing a flyer. Yeah. And I have a scanner that should give me a little more reach for it. went away. Alright, so we're gonna head towards the ship, which is higher up. And maybe we'll have a better chance of seeing it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Mining real quick. Grab some more of the hydrogen while I'm on the way. We already got. Got it. Okay, so we got the flying animal for 48,000. When you get a bunch of those modules, you can make money. Sentient plant over there, we're not gonna mess with that. Alright, I think what I might do is look and see if there's a teleporter, but I don't think there is. I think it's just landing pads and I guess places to stand. Oh wait, I didn't get that. Okay. Alright. I am gonna go ahead and lift off from this planet. We've had a pretty good run on it. And we're gonna head back to the freighter. That was I think the sodium containers. Might as well shoot the rocks on the way in, or let the rocks hit you on the way in. All it is extra silver, gold, and tritium, you know? Here. Last time I did it from this angle, it kind of bit me, so I'm going to come back out a little more. It can be tricky, these getting onto your ship sometimes. At least this one has a relatively open, I want to call it runway. I don't know if I'll be fast enough to do this, but we're gonna run upstairs. Go to manage fleet. Gonna go into manage squadron. Buying one. Hurry. Backing out. Running back downstairs. Looking on the other side. We're running. We do not care what this is, but a B class is awesome. We'll take it. Thank you. Hello, sir. I need my first life form in my squadron, please. He has no... My first guy for my squadron. He's a... Yeah, he's a C-class. He has no map reading. We'll upgrade him, yeah. So he'll be a little better. Whew, that was a good little rush there. So first squadron person got. Alright, so we're gonna come up here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk to this guy and he can tell me you don't have a fleet room. That's true, I don't. Thanks for telling me all about that. I will go make a fleet room, thank you. I'm going to put the fleet room across from like so. It's 60 silver, 40 gold, 10 tritium. Okay. Now, I think that you have to go back and talk to him. But just in case, I'm going to try this. No expeditionist fleet command standing by. Yeah, you gotta go talk to him again. Oh, that's right. This one's weird. You have to leave the ship and come back, don't you? Oh, like warp the first time or whatever. Yeah, it's tricky on the expedition. Usually it's one way, but sometimes it's another. Alright, that said, what we're gonna do is go ahead and add the storage room. I like to put the storage room with the refiner, just on principle. Like you're taking stuff from the refiner and putting it in storage anyway. Storage room is 50 silver, 20 sodium. Yay, and we got our super cargo. Come in, and I'm gonna grab that interstellar scanner plan, salvage frigate module. We'll take it. Thank you. All right, now I am gonna go take a look at our hyperdrive, which we need to fix. So we're gonna put chromatic metal in. We're gonna put that in, and I need an antimatter housing, which I can now make because we've been all over the place. And, yep. We have loads of oxygen now. So there's that. And there's probably many things we could do along the way, but what we're going to do is take this warp cell and drop it in, and we're going to make our first warp. So we're going to go look at the freighter warp map. There's no hyper engine in the current ship that we have, or starship. It's all through the freighter that we do stuff. And we're going to go to the next system, Astush. So here we go. We're warping. And the reason I'm kind of hurrying along just right now is because I'll be ending the stream in just like a few minutes here. Well, I don't know if I got everything I wanted to do in the first system done, but what I did do is more than I expected, because we got the ship that we still need to take and, you know, break it down, and we got some more materials just having it. So I think we've accomplished quite a bit, really, for a first sort of layer experience here. We're going to install the interstellar scanner. Now, I think that is... this? A interstellar scanner. It needs chromatic metal, magnetized ferrite, and wiring loom. So we're gonna have to go into town and get some wiring loom. But all of it's doable. All of it is doable. I'm terribly excited for what we have done. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to our guy. Sir, can you send us on a mission yet? Prepare, view potential expeditions. I do see them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get the... Let's see if I've got gas for this. Success. You were right. I think you were right that we had to make that first little warp. Download the data. Huzzah. And it gives us some fuel to start with, which is very helpful. So we're gonna send one out. We're just gonna send it for like an hour or whatever. We're not gonna... It's all very basic when you're starting out anyway. Let's see. Expedition. We would like the balanced expedition, because that looks like an explorer, if I'm looking at that right. Yep, it's a science vessel exploration, so. Launch expedition. This is a little 1-star. Off you go, sir. Good luck. Try not to come back injured. Alright. Save, because we've done a big thing there. Alright, now there is a reason I keep going back here. We're going to go to the expedition. We're claiming the warp hypercore plans, because those are actually important. We'll eventually find a place that has storm crystals and then be able to make warp hypercores anytime we want. And this gives us, you see, this gives us the red class drive so that we can make a hyperdrive for this freighter. Now here's the thing, you will notice that it asks for cadmium, and most of us in the start game, we do not have access to cadmium just automatically. There's a trick. The trick is you go to the space station and you get 1 or 2 positron, it doesn't matter what size, positron ejector modules. And you can do C and get just as much as you do S, so it doesn't have to be the large one, like 2 C classes or a C and a B class, and break them up, and then you'll have your cadmium. So that's the trick to that one. Other people will just go and get a different starship, but you don't have to do that. Alright, so we're kind of at the place where I'm probably going to go ahead and stop for a moment. And then we will come back and do more later. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope you all have a good night. I'm gonna go to my 3 lines here. I'm using an Xbox, so it's an Xbox controller. So if you hear me saying things like 3 lines or X, Y, A, B, that's what's going on. It's an Xbox controller. All right, and I'm quitting to the title screen.